All right, so 11.2 is another short section, and that's fine. So it's all about evaluating these expressions. So it's very similar to what we did last time, except for now they don't have the numbers in the right spot. You have to put them in the spot. Okay, so for this whole section, we're going to have x equal 3, y is equal to -1, and z is -3. Okay, so we're going to plug these in. So for this first one, the only letter that they have is x, so we're going to be plugging in that -3. So what does it mean whenever there is a number right next to a variable? Well, that means to multiply. So this is going to be 3 times 3, because that's what we're plugging in for x, minus 4. And there are a few different ways you could write it. I prefer that way. That's just a personal preference. You could also say 3 times 3 minus 4, or I would say the last result. It's more elementary and it doesn't really work for higher level math. So when you go on to geometry and algebra 2, it's going to kind of cause some problems. But so do this 3 times 3 minus 4. It will work, but if you can break that habit now, it's a good idea. Okay, so now that we have that, it's all set up. All you need to do is type it in your calculator or solve it by hand. That's fine. So 3 times 3 minus 4 ends up giving you 5. Okay, this next one, they give us an x and a y. So we're going to be plugging in both of those in that spot. So the first one will be 2 times 3 plus 3 times -1. And again, you can use a calculator. That's perfectly fine. I believe you get 3. Okay, so we have 3 of them. Now we're getting real crazy. Look out. Just kidding. Okay, so we've got an x, we have a y, and our z. So when you have 2 numbers or even 3 numbers smushed together like that right next to each other, that still means to multiply. So this is 3, how many times am I going to do that? 3 times, what's our y? Or actually, let's put that in parentheses. It doesn't really matter. 3 times -1 times -3, all minus 1. Okay, work that out. Type it in your calculator. Don't be lazy and wait for me to give you the answer. I believe the answer is 8. And if I'm ever moving too fast, pause the video or slow the speed down, whatever you got to do. Like if you're like getting frustrated because I'm giving the answer before you can type it in your calculator, pause it right before I tell you the answer. Okay, so another one. Now we're getting crazier. So we've got x and a z and a y, so all 3 again. So this will be 2 parentheses, and then x, so 3 divided by, our z is -3, and then to the 4th power plus 8 times our y, which we said is -1. Okay, so if you missed the last video for whatever reason, how you do an exponent is there's a caret button. It looks like a up arrow. Caret, so that's the one that you do for exponents larger than 2. So you could, the whole thing typed in, if you didn't know, is 2 parentheses, 3 divided by -3, parentheses, caret 4 plus 8 parentheses -1. So type that in your calculator and see what you get. Okay, I'm getting -6. So -6 is the answer. Okay, just 2 more, and then we're done with this video. Oh, I better zoom back out. So we're going to be plugging in 2 times 3 times our y, which is -1, minus 4 times -1 times -3. Lots of negatives, so be careful. And I'm typing in my calculator now. And I'm getting negative 18. Okay, last one. So, like we did on the last section, since there is it's like a big fraction, I'm gonna break it up into pieces. So I'm gonna do the top piece and then the bottom piece, which there's only one thing, which is fine. And then I'm gonna divide them. So let's do, so the top piece would be 3 times 3 minus 6 times negative 1 all over our z, which is negative 3. So again, you're just doing the top piece, and then we'll do the bottom. Well, there's nothing to do on the bottom, but then we'll divide it. So if you're doing your top piece, go ahead and do that. I believe you get 15 divided by negative 3. Now, since there's just one number on top and one number on bottom, we're good to go ahead and divide, and you end up with negative 5. Okay, that was it for section 1.2. Thanks for watching.